That's good. That's fine.
All right. Here we are with, is it Annelise or Annelisa? Annelise.
Well, Annelise.
Annelise.
Annelise. Yeah.
Burlett. And, right?
That's right.
Not mispronouncing anything like people do with my name. It's Elisa.
Got it. Yes, not Elise. Elisa.
Right. All right. So I would love for you to tell a little bit about what's going to happen, a little bit about you and your journey before we begin. My journey through you.
Okay, beautiful. Well, I live in Appalachia right now, or Appalachia. It's one of those potato words.
That's true.
Kind of like my name. Annelise. I get it all.
Okay.
But I'm on a shamanic path in this lifetime. I feel a very, very strong shamanic lineage, both in my DNA and also in just a spiritual lineage. Like that's a lot of the spirit that has showed up to me, going back to Viking shamans or shamans. I've had spirit contact with a shamanic lifetime I had in Siberia, where I dressed like a polar bear and did all these strange rituals.
Wow. Cool.
But shamanism has been alive on every continent. You have it in Australia. I don't know about Antarctica, but
those penguins
Canada,
shamans too.
Yes, North America has a rich history in shamanism with the Native Americans. Yeah. So, you know, that lineage is really strong in my spiritual path. And a lifetime ago, in this lifetime, I was married really young, and that all had to end. Yes. It was the soul contract and, you know, all that stuff. So, yes. I moved into town, and there was a big totem pole, like 15, 20 feet tall, a couple houses down from where I lived. Mm-hmm. And every time I walked by it, I was just like, I have to go there. I have to meet this person. And as it turns out, a couple months into it, living there, a friend of mine said, oh, I know that guy. That's Shaman Mike.
Shaman Mike.
Shaman Mike with his shaman shack. And I ended up meeting him shortly after that. And we worked together a little over a year. And that wasn't really the beginning of my journey, but it did start something new with me, a lot more clear contact with spirit. And I learned how to do the shamanic journey and to kind of walk through the realms. Yeah. So I'm kind of like a realm walker, and we can all do it.
That is so cool.
I just try to bring it down to earth and keep it simple. So what I want to do with you is just a simple version of the shamanic journey.
Oh, good. And tell us about the beautiful green moth story that you sent me.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So cool.
And I sent you the picture. I don't know if you can share it in some way, but
oh my God.
So sometimes before, I would call it a really important session. I have animals show up, and last time it was a praying mantis. Like I told you, a big green praying mantis was outside my back door on the little post on our deck, like for a whole day, and like praying mantis just sitting there for the whole day. And like I went out to take a photo of him, and he moved his eyes and like followed my head around.
Cool.
It's interesting because that's a part you'll see in your shamanic journey is there will be an animal contact at one point. And they kind of lead you to the spirit that you're going to connect with. Okay. Spirit or higher self or guide. But I always say, drop your expectations about who you're going to meet. Or not drop your expectations, but be open. Whoever your higher self and guides want you to connect with, for whatever you need now. Yeah. Right. And of course, we always put up a protection. But so the moth.
Yes.
showed up. Also bright green. I have never seen one in my life. Have you ever seen?
Never.
No, it's amazing. I thought, is that a butterfly? Because it's so bright. It's like lime green. And it has these 4 little, like the moths have the little eyes on the wings.
Yeah.
It has the 4 really bright, like red and black
Picture.
eyes. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's probably got a 3 to 4 inch wingspan, the one. You can't really tell in the picture, but it's like 3 or 4 inches like that. And it's just gorgeous.
Oh, somebody's at
I thought Erik maybe, because it's a male moth, or one of my guides coming through, but definitely some support.
Okay, I gotta go get the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna pause.
The dog bell is,
All right, back to recording. Sorry about that.
that's all right.
That's coming into the door.
Yes, I have a dog bell that goes off sometimes too, but I think she's napping right now. She's a 13-year-old basset hound.
Oh, so she probably howls.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, so, and you said the moth has certain meaning, a certain meaning to it.
Yeah, just intuiting what the moth significance is. They're nocturnal creatures. And so they have to use their senses a lot to find their way around. So it's a message of trusting your senses,
That's what I'm going through right now.
inner guidance.
Yeah.
But you could also look at the moth as being, they're attracted to the light.
Mhm. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So
That makes sense. Yeah. For
being
light.
drawn to the light.
Dark. A lot of people are drawn to the dark. I don't know why.
Sometimes it's that message of like the dark night of the soul too, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting.
And coming out of it, or
Yeah. So many things.
so many meanings.
All of the above, probably. Oh, no, take the dogs out. I got them out for a reason. Ugh. Okay. Shall we begin?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay, before I forget, because maybe I'll be groggy, I don't know. Tell us how we can get in touch with you.
yes, so right now I have a website under construction. So just email me at intuitivehealinghypnosis@gmail.com. And if you mention, that you saw me here, we'll work out a special price.
All right, awesome. We like special prices. All right, great.
Yes, yeah. So what I want you to do, and this is going to be 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay.
It'll probably fly by for you.
Okay.
A lot of times the shamanic journeys, I'll go for 1 or 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
So we're just going to do
Short, mini one.
Let's set our intention.
Let's just case the joint.
So what intention are you? I'll state what intention I'm bringing to the session, and then you can state what intention you're bringing to the session. So my intention is for your highest good, to have an experience that hopefully you'll enjoy, that you'll get to connect at a new level with those in spirit who are guiding and supporting you.
I like that. That's my intent too. I'm going to cut it off right in my eyes. All right, maybe that's better. Oh, that's much better. Okay.
All right, so go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to start, and I often close my eyes during the journeys because I kind of go along in spirit.
Okay.
And visualize a lot of what you're seeing. But so I want to go through a blinking exercise first. So I'm going to count down from 10 and just have you blink your eyes open and close on each number. So
got it.
10, 9, 8. And as I count down, just allow your eyelids to feel heavier on each countdown.
They already do. Wow.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And on this last one, after you blink, just allow your eyelids to close and feel the warmth behind your eyelids and feel the heaviness. 1. And now we're going to draw attention to the breath and taking 3 deep breaths. On the inhale, envision, Elisa, golden light coming in through your crown chakra, through the top of your head, and filling you from head to toe. And then when you breathe out, I want you to breathe out thinking, breathe out mind and thinking. And again, breathing in the golden liquid-like, warm, relaxing light, head to toe. Breathing out thinking. Breathing out analyzing. And I'll let you do that last breath at your own pace. And so with your eyes remaining closed, in your mind's eye, picture looking down at your feet. Can you see your feet in your mind's eye? Can you see yourself looking down at your feet?
Yeah.
And around your feet, starting to appear, are the soft leaves of a forest floor. And do you see the leaves? The colors of the leaves?
Yeah.
Feel the leaves under your feet. Feel that connection with the earth. And when you're ready, I want you to, in your mind's eye again, look around you and notice that you're standing in a forest. Notice the feel of the air in the forest. Notice any sounds in the forest. Notice what season it may be. And can you describe what you're seeing, please?
Yeah, I hear it's fall and the leaves are gold and red, and a lot of them are on the ground, but there's still some in the trees. And I hear the chirping, birds, her rustling in the leaves like a snake maybe just went by or something.
All
And
right.
crisp air, daylight.
And there's some daylight. Okay. So then as you're standing there, kind of turn around and look around you. And I want you to find there's a ravine. So where the ground goes up on both sides, and there's a dry riverbed kind of thing in there in the ravine, down in the ravine that you can walk on. When you see the ravine, I want you to walk there. And when you get there, let me know.
Okay. Okay, I'm going down the bank to the dry riverbed.
And so just begin walking down along the dry riverbed and notice the earth going up in the ravine on both sides. And it begins to go higher up, higher over your, above your head, and even starting to get higher, twice as high as your height, the sides of the earth going up. And notice the rocks and the roots, leaves and things that you can see in the sides of the ravine going up on both sides. Just as you walk along, I want you to kind of peer up on your left, maybe a little ways in the distance, and find an outcropping of large rocks. You'll be coming up to. Do you see those? Can you see the large rocks?
Is it in the wall of
It's
the?
It's in the ravine wall.
Okay, right. I see them. Yes.
So those large rocks, when you get up to them, let me know when you're there.
Okay, I'm there.
And you may have to peer around a bit, but under one of the large rocks, you'll find an opening to a cave where you kind of have to crawl down to get in. Can you see the opening? Can you find the opening?
Yeah, I got it.
Now you'll crawl down through the opening. And when you get into the cave, let me know what you see inside.
Okay. It's a big cathedral type shape. Different lights coming up from the floor. I'm not sure if they're coming out of water or what, but they're bright pinks and greens and golds.
Sounds beautiful. And look around, do you see a passageway? You know, a passageway that's maybe a little darker, dimmer, branching off the cave.
All the walls are dark anyway, so it's a little hard.
So you might have to walk around or feel your way around. And there's a passageway that at a very far end of it in the distance is a pinprick of light. Okay. When you get to that passageway, let me know. Just standing in the entrance of it.
Okay, I got it.
So then begin walking down that passageway and notice as you walk down the passageway, that pinprick of light starts growing and it's kind of up towards the ceiling of the passageway. And as you get closer to it, you'll notice it's actually an exit that you'll have to crawl up and out of the passageway. It's an exit from the cave.
Okay.
And when you get to the exit, let me know.
Okay.
And when you're ready, crawl up and out of that hole. There might be some rocks or roots you'll have to grip onto to kind of get out.
Yes, I had to do that. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And when you come up, emerge out of that hole, let me know what you see.
I see grassland, green grass, very few trees, but the trees that are there, like there's one big, stunning looking oak.
Mm. And do you see any wildlife or? Just the grassland and the tree.
I see some butterflies.
Butterflies.
Yeah.
Sounds heavenly.
Deer.
A deer. And I want you to make contact with the deer just telepathically. So connect with the eyes of the deer and then telepathically ask the deer if it is here to guide you to the one you're going to meet today.
So it just turns away and starts walking. Okay, I know he wants me to follow him.
Okay, that's right. So follow the deer. And as you go along, if the scenery changes in any big way, just describe it for us so we can kind of go along with you. And otherwise, just keep following the deer until it seems to stop in a place where it wants you to stay or wait.
It's going into a forest. It's kind of dark.
And just keep following it.
Okay. Okay, then the forest opens up to a lake with grass around it, but also trees around the lake.
And is the deer still going or is it stopping now?
He's right next to me. I'm not really sure what. I think he wants me to sit on this big boulder
Mm-hmm.
on the bank of the lake.
Okay. And thank the deer for leading you there. And often the animal will walk away at this time or may just kind of hang around and get a drink from the lake. But so
As he circles around and goes back into the forest and disappears.
all right. And now just look around you and let me know if you see someone approaching, a form, or you might see a very clear physical body. You might just at first see a light. Just let me know when you feel someone approaching or see them.
I'm just putting my feet in the water, sitting on the boulder, just waiting.
So there's the woods kind of behind you and the lake, and you're on the boulder. Do you see anything else around the lake? Anything interesting?
Not yet.
Okay.
Left at the altar.
Well, the deer seems to have done what it said it would do. So
Yeah.
we'll see who shows up.
I see a column of yellow light. Whitish yellow light. And the butterflies are hovering around it. It doesn't really have much form yet.
Sometimes the form will step out of that. Sometimes it'll just remain a presence, but
I think it's my father.
And go ahead and ask the being who is here with you what his name is, or her name.
Jose, which is my father's name.
Okay. And does he want to stay standing there or come and sit by you, or?
Oh, he just wants to stand there, and he's holding his hands out like he wants me to grab the hands, his hands.
Okay. Well, if you want to and you're ready, go and grab his hands. It sounds like he wants to lead you somewhere,
I don't know.
or maybe just ask him if he wants to lead you somewhere or if he wants to stay here and speak with you.
He wants to say I'm sorry, that he's sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was getting from him. I got chills when you said it was your father, because I actually, before our session, felt one of your parents wanted to come through and apologize.
Yeah.
It's just so, yeah, that's fine. We're fine with him dropping in. I mean, that's a huge thing. So,
Yeah.
um,
Now I don't know what to do next.
well, that's okay. Does he want to stay, or is there someone else? Ask him if he wants to stay and speak,
Okay.
or if he wants to kind of give way for someone else to come now.
He holds on to one of my hands, my right hand, and looks to the side and brings my mother in.
Mm-hmm.
She's so young and beautiful.
And what would your mother like to say to you?
That she's proud of me.
Mm-hmm. And as you're there with them, is there anything that you want to say to them? And you can just say it silently to them, or if you want to share it out loud, you can.
No, it's
Or
I knew it was a contract.
mm,
So I told him I understood that, basically. Or I do now, anyway.
and do they understand that where they are now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good. And so I guess ask them both, your mother and your father, do they want to stay and speak with you some more? Or is there someone else who will be coming today?
No, they also look toward the forest, and a very bright light comes. And I know it's Erik.
Yeah. Well, give that man a hug.
So bright and powerful. I feel his power.
Yeah.
But all I can see is a glowing line. I can't make out any features.
Do you want him to show you his face?
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, ask him if he can show you his face.
Yeah. Oddly enough, he shows me his face of when he was around 10,
Yeah.
before 10, 11, before things got dark for him.
Yeah. All the the changes that come in the body at that time.
Okay.
Yes. So is there a particular message that he has for you right now that he wants to tell you?
He just hugs me.
Yeah.
Tells me he likes working with me to help people with, the scalar energy.
Yeah. Yeah, the scalar energy healing work that you're doing, just all of the bold spiritual connections you're making and helping people to make. And ask Erik why he wanted us to do the journey work.
To help me with visualization, which I always have trouble with. Because, he wants me to not just depend purely on the divine team to do the healing, but it takes visualization on my part to do it. And I struggle with that.
And so as you do the shamanic journey, does it grow your capacity to visualize? Or maybe he can explain that to us, because I'm not really sure. But it does seem like it's easier to connect. It's easier to connect after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess, do you have any questions for him?
He wants me to practice doing this on my own to build visualization abilities.
Yeah, and so what we're doing today, it's like a template, and you can repeat it. You can do it for yourself. And you can do just the simple blink and breathing, or just the breathing to get yourself into it at the beginning.
Yeah.
Or there's other ways just to get yourself in that relaxed, but bringing yourself into the breath. And I think Erik said that before too. It's
yes.
That's a great way to get to, I guess, what you could call a 0 point.
Mm. Now we're just sitting on the rock and the boulder together, holding hands. His hand is so small and sweet.
Aww.
And it glows. And I feel his love is so strong. And our love together is so strong.
Yeah, and that love, that's what's helping so many people really at the heart of it. It's the love,
Yeah.
and the love that you guys have for each other. Look what it's created. Look what it's created.
Yeah.
And it's a love that's, I don't know if this is the right word, but superseded death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just talking to him.
Yeah. And so that's during the journey, I just try to hold space. So if there's these big silent gaps to people who are listening, it's like, it gives you time to talk on a personal level with the one you're visiting with in the spirit realms. But if there's anything you want to share, we're here.
I'm just telling him how much I miss him. And I don't want to do the healing on my own. Apparently I have the power to do that, but I want him by my side always. I'm just telling you that. He's not.
Yeah.
He will always be there.
Yeah.
And I tell him that it's a matter of me also trusting myself, not just me not wanting to let go of him and the team that we have become, but also, I just
Yeah.
trust myself more. And I like being with him.
It's a transformation process. It's like you let go, but then he's still there, and he's still there.
Right, right.
My mind's going back to the moth, trusting your instincts, trusting your senses.
Yeah, that's.
But
And I'm asking, why is it that when I visualize 2 balls of bright light that I get from source, why is it so hard to see the right hand? I don't know the answer to that.
what does he say about that?
Something about blockages to the masculine side, I guess.
Okay.
Needs to be released, needs to be cleared.
That maybe why your mom and dad came through. And that moth that showed up, it was the male Luna moth.
Yeah.
So you need to learn to see in the dark and sense your way through the dark on the male side there, right? Does he have advice on how you could unblock that quickly and easily?
Yeah. He wants me to have Jane McDougall help, but also just practice visualizing,
Yeah.
He
Right.
offers me a sandwich.
Well, that's cool. What kind of sandwich is it?
Looks like it's egg.
Egg salad?
Egg, no, just
Egg.
red bean. I don't know. Egg with ham.
One thing we usually do in the shamanic journey, whatever being you meet with at the end of the session, we ask that being to give you a token, to give you something. So here he's given you something already.
Yeah.
Something that you can kind of take back with you, and maybe it'll show up in your life in some kind of surprising way in the next couple of weeks. That'll just serve as a reconfirmation of that being's presence in your life. So ask him if that's what the sandwich is, the ham and egg sandwich.
No, that's.
No.
it-
Is there something else that he can give to you that could serve as
He's
a
rolling up,
token like that?
dipping in the shallow end of the water to rummage around for something. He pulls out it's not a natural rock. It's a gold, or maybe it's natural for there. Gold heart-shaped rock.
A gold heart-shaped rock.
He hands it to me.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say to him or hear from him while you're here? Maybe take a minute and just kind of.
Well, he tells me to look at the heart. It has an infinity sign.
A gold heart with an infinity sign on it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then take a little time to say goodbye in this space. His presence will stay with you, but just to say goodbye in this space.
Yeah.
And when you're ready, let me know and I'll lead you out.
Then he gets real big, still a child, glowing, and he just envelops me.
Mm.
Big hug. My entire being is wrapped by him in his presence. It's nice. And then he disappears.
But he's still there. All right, and now I want you to look back towards the woods and tell me when you can see the deer coming back.
Oh, he's already standing there.
He's already standing there, okay?
Come on, I don't have all day. Wrap it up, girl.
And ask the deer to lead you back to that place where you were first standing on the forest floor and noticing your feet standing on the soft leaves. Ask the deer to lead you back to that spot in the woods.
Okay. Okay. I hug him around the neck. I can smell his deer smell.
Nice. I was going to say thank the deer, but you're already on that. You're going for the hugs. Oh, all right. So then in your mind's eye, looking down at your feet, standing in the soft leaves, I want you to take 3 deep breaths as I count down from 3 to 1. So 3, 2, deep breath. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. 1, deep breath, and you can open your eyes when you're done with that breath. Just feel yourself reintegrated to your body, back in your chair in your room. All right.
Ooh.
You can visualize. You did beautiful. You saw things. I've had people who just stay down at that hole in the cave and say, I can't get up. I can't get up.
Did have trouble getting finding the place in the cave, but
Yeah.
just
No, you did. You did awesome.
that was awesome. Wow. This is the age where Erik was. Let's see if I can. It's this picture.
Aww. I just thought when you said 10-year-old, I just loved it. It just felt so sweet. I have, 3 boys. None of them are 10 yet, but I think it's just such a sweet age when they're not quite grown up yet and they're not so little anymore.
Yeah, that was the age when before that probably, but when I really felt like we had a very special connection. I just couldn't stop staring at him and how beautiful he was inside and out. Anyway, yeah. Wow, that was great.
So that was just a simple one. I don't know how long we took exactly, but I think we were pretty short for a shamanic journey. But like I said, it's a template. And like Erik said, reuse it for yourself, and your viewers, if you share the video, can do that too.
All right, well, go and decompress.
Have a beautiful day, Elisa.
Thank you for this gift.
Thank you.
Bye.